Hello, welcome to Mukman Movies. On this video, I decided to take up a challenge set by James over on 20th and 21st Movies, and also Aaron Pin, where I initially saw the challenge. Aaron Pin, The Cult of Cinema, and the challenge was choose 10 criterions from your own collection to keep, whether that be you're saving the films from a house fire, or you're only allowed to take 10 films, 10 Criterion releases onto a desert island for the rest of your life. You've got to choose 9 single Criterion releases and 1 box set. So stay tuned after my intro to see which releases I chose. So without further ado, I'm going to go through my top 9 Criterion films and then 1 box set that I can take onto the desert island and enjoy these for the rest of my life. So here we go. So the first choice will be Terry Gilliam's The Fisher King. I absolutely loved this when I first saw it. Robin Williams is just fantastic. He's in search of the Holy Grail. This is like it's like a Manhattan sort of New York drama, but it's got fairy tale and fantastical elements. Obviously, Terry Gilliam's style and craftsmanship is all on show here. It's a stunning film to watch. You've got Jeff Bridges as a shamed disc jockey who's trying to reconstruct his life. You've got Mercedes Ruehl, who puts in a Oscar-winning performance. It's a great film. To be honest, I need to watch this again, and that's why I'm taking it onto this desert island, because it must be a good 10 years since I watched this. But I just remember it being a visual feast for the eyes. The cinematography is absolutely stunning. So The Fisher King is my first pick. My second pick is Wim Wenders, or is it Wim Wenders? I don't know how you pronounce his name, to be honest. But Paris, Texas, I absolutely adore this film, and I only recently saw this maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, and I was a bit of an emotional wreck by the end of it. Tears streaming down my face. Harry Dean Stanton's just fantastic as this guy who's just been roaming the Texas countryside, the desert, for like 4 years, and he faints and suddenly gets picked up by this doctor who finds out where his brother lives, and it turns into a bit of a road movie at first. And Harry Dean Stanton, he's just fantastic. He's reunited with his 7-year-old son, and then they go looking for his mother, and honestly, it's one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen in my life. The cinematography is stunning. It's just every frame beautifully shot, and it's just endearing as the narrative plays out. You got Dean Stockwell, he's brilliant as his brother, but Harry Dean Stanton steals the show. And then you get Natasha Kinski near the end in the final third, which really does pull on your heartstrings. Absolutely love this film. One of the best looking films I've ever seen in my life. Paris, Texas is my second pick. My third pick would be, for a bit of fun, just lighten the mood a bit, although I suppose the ending's a bit depressing, but yeah, Ridley Scott's Thelma and Louise, another fantastic road movie, where you've got two wives who just feel sort of chained to the same routine, and they go out on a road trip and get into a bit of trouble. And then you've got Harvey Keitel, hot on their tails, but you can see he's sympathetic to their cause. He can tell that it's not their fault what has happened, but it's a absolutely brilliant story of friendship, and it's got one of the most iconic endings in a film you can ever imagine. Really, it's brilliantly directed by Ridley Scott. You've got like one of Brad Pitt's earliest roles. Yeah, you've got Michael Madsen in it. It's just a fantastic road movie. Thelma and Louise, Susan Sarandon, Gina Davis, both absolutely superb in this. That's my third pick, Thelma and Louise. So I've just had to put the lights on because a big dark cloud with lots of heavy rain has just gone past, so it got too dark to film. My fourth pick is Akira Kurosawa's Yojimbo. You've got Toshiro Mifune as Sanjuro, who plays off two clans in this windswept, dusty village. There's lots of corruption going on, and he decides to play each clan off each other. Cinematography again is stunning in this. It's black and white, but it looks phenomenal. Akira Kurosawa, he were one of the best. He's in my top 5 directors of all time, and this is one of the reasons why. This is my second favourite film by him. But yeah, just a fantastic film that's been remade many times. You've got A Fistful of Dollars. You've got The Last Man Standing by Walter Hill. And that there's a good reason why it's been remade quite a few times, because it's a fantastic film. So that's my fourth pick, Yojimbo. Right, next, my fifth pick is Guillermo del Toro's The Devil's Backbone. It's quite possibly my favourite Guillermo del Toro film. It's haunting murder mystery ghost story, basically, set during the Spanish Civil War. You got some fantastic direction. It just looks stunning. You got these desert scenes. You got this orphanage set in the Spanish desert, and you've got a nasty piece of work trying to cover up a murder, and you've got these kids trying to work out where or how this ghost appeared. Sorry, that was terrible. But yeah, I absolutely love this film. It's just stunning. It sends shivers up my spine every time I watch it. And it's got a really satisfying ending as well. Yeah, really good, haunting, like Spanish Civil War movie. And Guillermo del Toro, he knows how to make a good-looking film. So that's The Devil's Backbone. That's my fifth pick. Next up, which many people probably haven't heard of or even seen, and that is The Vanishing, or Spoorloos by George Sluizer. It's a Dutch film, and this is like a sort of a whodunit sort of. It's hard to even call it a murder mystery because you don't know if a murder's been committed, but it follows this couple, and they stop at a petrol station along the way, and the husband comes out of the petrol station to find that his partner, she's gone missing, and over time he decides to find out what happened to her. He's got a new partner, but he just can't let it lie. He has to find out where his previous love ended up. I mean, he has a sneaking suspicion that she has been murdered, but this film takes you down paths that you never expect, and it gives you a chilling ending that you never see coming. It's a brilliant film. It's probably not quite as good on the second viewing because you know what happens, but the ending is incredible, and I don't really want to say much more about that. If this film, if you've not seen it, because it's a brilliant film. George Sluizer actually made a remake with Jeff Bridges. It's not quite as good, and I think the ending, as I recall, was Hollywoodified, so that you end up with a bit more of a happy ending. This is by far the better film. Spoorloose or The Vanishing. So that's my number 6 pick. My number 7 pick goes without saying, Sidney Lumet's 12 Angry Men. One of the best courtroom dramas of all time, if not the best. I'm captivated every time I watch this. There's great characters in it. You've got different characters sat around a table discussing a murder case, and they all take a vote to start with, and there's 12 jurors. 11 jurors vote guilty, and 1 juror digs his heels in and votes not guilty. And throughout the course of the film, it's a very short film actually. It's only 96 minutes long. Well, not very short, but it's a decent standard running time. But it's captivating from start to finish. As you see, Henry Fonda's, is it juror number 7, I think? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I can't remember. He's not, I think he's given a name right at the end as well, but I can't remember that either. But Henry Fonda, he takes his time to persuade each juror why this young boy could be innocent, and it's just electric, and it's set during a heat wave, so they're all sweating, they're all wanting to get out of this stuffy hot room as quick as possible, but Henry Fonda won't have any of it. He just wants to make sure that they come to the right decision. Just brilliantly directed. Sidney Lumet, one of my favourite directors, and 12 Angry Men is probably my favourite film by him, and it was his debut, I believe. 12 Angry Men. That's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th pick. Next up is John Schlesinger's Midnight Cowboy. Now, I've only recently watched this as well, and criminally, I'm 52, and I must have watched this for the first time about 2 years ago, and I was blown away by the performances, the chemistry between the two protagonists. You've got John Voight, who plays this male prostitute trying to take advantage of the wealthy women around New York. And then you've got Dustin Hoffman playing Rizzo. He's just incredible. He's this ailing sort of con man, and he's got a limp, and he's just, considering his performance in The Graduate previously, and then he puts in this turn as Ratso. It's like chalk and cheese in terms of performances. It's like in The Graduate, he's like this clean-cut young, student, and then in this is this greasy, grimy con man, and he is just brilliant. And the ending just took me by surprise. Quite emotional actually at the end. It captures New York. It's a gritty backdrop to the story. Really brilliantly directed as well. Midnight Cowboy is my number 8 pick. Right, this is probably my favourite foreign film of all time, and that is Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. It's over 3 hours long, it's 207 minutes long, and it feels like an hour and a half. That's how good it is. It's a captivating watch. The cinematography is absolutely stunning. The character development, it's just incredible. The performance is superb. Yet again, you get Toshiro Mifune, and I always forget the other guy. Is it Kambai or something? Anyway, the main samurai who's the leader, he's always brilliant. He was in Godzilla as well. His name escapes me. I'll put it up down below. But yeah, Akira Kurosawa, master of his craft. This is why, like, you get films like Magnificent Seven, A Bug's Life, Battle Beyond the Stars. So many films have borrowed from Seven Samurai, and none of them have come close. Maybe Magnificent Seven the closest, but it's a stunning film, and I'm captivated every time I watch it. It's a beautiful film. It's a harsh film. You know, the farmers, they're all poor farmers. All they've got is rice to pay the samurai. So it's got a message that, you know, good will always overcome evil. There'll be always somebody out there who will come to the rescue. Morals. That's what this film's about. Morals. Brilliant film. Seven Samurai, my number 9 and last single pick. So my box set that I chose, I could have chosen quite a few. I've got the Godzilla box set, like the big gatefold set. I've got Zatoichi, beautiful box set, absolutely stunning. And I've only watched maybe 3 of those. But I decided to go with Lone Wolf and Cub. Now, I'm a big sucker for samurai films, and there's 6 films on here, and I've only seen 3. And that's why I chose it, because I've seen 3 and loved the first 3. And if I had to go on a desert island, I'd like to see some films that I've not watched yet. So this would be a perfect box set, because there's 6 films, I've seen 3 of them, and I haven't seen the last 3. And the first 3 are riotous, bloody entertainment at its best. It's just brilliant. You get this samurai Ito Ogami, who was he was the emperor's sort of bodyguard, and the emperor gets overthrown, and Ito takes to the countryside with his young son, and the people who've overthrown the emperor, they keep sending assassins to take him out, and he's just happily meandering along in the countryside with his little baby son in the baby cart, and he kicks ass, basically. There's blood spewing everywhere from his wielding samurai blade. Brilliant films, the first 3 anyway. I need to watch the other 3. Maybe if I get on a desert island, I'll get to those last 3. But yeah, that is the reason why I've picked Lone Wolf and Cub box set. So there you have it. Those are my 10 Criterion releases that I would take on a desert island or rescue from a house fire. If you've got a decent collection of Criterion films, why don't you make a video? I'd love to see your top 10. Or even if you're not up to making a video, leave your 10 Criterion releases that you'd rescue in the comments below. I always read the comments and always reply. So yeah, leave some comments. Tell me what you think of my choices. Thanks to James and Aaron on their videos, which inspired me to choose my 10. Go over and check their channels out. I'll leave their links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and have a good week. See you later.